Hey guys, Elijah from Just Nerds here. With the close of 2014, Johnny and I decided to do our top 10 animes of 2014. The only requirement is they had to end in 2014. So, for my list, unlike Johnny's, I have no particular order in which these animes come. To start off my list is Hakia, the story about a high school volleyball player who joins a team in hopes of becoming like his idol from the previous volleyball team. In this show, you get very likable characters, humorous situations, and a lot of sport action. What really makes this show is the relationship and trust between the teammates and how they use each other to make themselves better. Next on my list is a show called A Good Librarian Like a Good Shepherd. This show has fun characters, but the thing that makes the show is the choice that the main character has to make about his destiny. If he wants to make the world a better place by being forgotten, or if he wants to make the world a better place by hanging out with his friends and making people happy. Next on this list is Kurokos Basketball. This is the second season of the show, and it's about a basketball team, of course. And the show has a lot of very memorable moments when it comes to the sport, even though they are very exaggerated. There's funny moments between the characters, but the teammates and the relationship between them really makes the show fun to watch, and not even between the teammates, but the characters between the other teams. Just a really good show to watch. Next is The Pilot's Love Song. This show wasn't really given a lot of attention to, but I watched it and I loved it. It has a lot of great action, but not like typical action. It's action that involves just flying in planes and stuff like that, which is really cool to see. It was pretty brutal considering they were just kids. The characters as they are just kids, they add like a lighter perspective to this otherwise very serious anime. And the show has great moments where the characters are faced with very difficult decisions that they have to make as with just being kids, and how they must rise above their situations and become something pretty important, even though they're just students. Next is Silver Spoon. This show is full of just great humor and awesome friendships between the characters, and a really fun storyline, seeing this city kid go to an agriculture farm and the obstacles he has to face and the situations he's put in, and just the culture difference between him and the other students is really fun to watch. This is also the second season of a show. The next one is No Game, No Life. The story has an interesting premise because more and more kids are playing video games nowadays, and a lot of them are becoming secluded in their rooms and playing nothing but video games. And in this story, the two main characters want nothing more than just to escape the real world and go to a world full of games, and that's exactly what they do. And it's just interesting to see a world where everything's decided by games, and not to mention it's full with funny moments, even though there are some pretty odd moments in the show, to say the least, but it's a really good show. I recommend checking it out. Next is Kawaii Complex. This show, the plot there isn't really a big plot, but that's what makes the show so great. It's just a simple show filled with really great characters, which make the show, how they interact with each other. Most of them are very odd in how they act, and then you have the one normal character who's put in the situation of living with all these weird characters, and it's just a really fun show to watch and a great time, a lot of hilarious moments. Next is Al Noah Zero. Plot in the show is very good. You have Earth at war with Mars over the fake assassination of the princess, and it's filled with great action, whether it's just two mechas fighting, or the students finding a way to fight the mecha without using their own mecha and using their brains instead of just fighting. And the last one on the list is When Supernatural Battles Become Commonplace. This show has elements of a regular school romance comedy, but also has a supernatural effect to it, as all the students have superpowers in it. But my favorite part of the show is the main character. He's funny, he's weird, and all the characters know he's weird, but he's also very serious when it comes to this, and you see a lot of different sides of him. You see the serious side, you see the joking side, and you see just a great main character, even though sometimes the other characters can get sort of annoying. But that should round out my top 10. Isn't very long, but just wanted to get brief. Brief and to the point. And so, hope you check out these shows and enjoy them. And have a great new year.